Congress. So hopefully the FDA will hold a hearing on that and then get one out, because give more people making vaccine, we can get more people vaccinated. And more people vaccinated, the sooner we're back to normal.
Interesting. Are you guys, of course, connected with the CDC? Are you guys working with even with the World Health Organization? Because and then how is travel? Is America still banned from traveling to certain areas of the world? Also,
I think there are some countries that still have us. I haven't checked on that because I haven't even been able to get to Council Bluffs lately. I've been so busy. Maybe I'll rectify that this weekend. But I know there are travel is still, there are some areas of the country that are not doing as well as we are. So there are concerns about traveling to some areas. I'm not aware of any place in the country that would require you to quarantine if you go there. That doesn't mean there aren't any. So I would check before traveling,
Mhm.
and you definitely need to check if you're traveling internationally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last I had heard, I think Canada had barred people coming in, but I'm not sure if that still is in effect. There's just,
Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
but yeah, but if you are traveling, it's not a bad idea to get tested when you get back, or if you're going to be going someplace to visit people who may be more susceptible to disease, elderly people.
Hmm.
Wouldn't hurt to get tested before you go see them. And if you've been exposed,
Right.
wait a few, give yourself a chance to test. Give yourself a chance to get into the period through which the disease may have incubated. I mean,
Mhm.
you don't want to get exposed one day, go get tested the next day. You're not going to be positive.
Right.
But
Right.
you give it 5 days or so, and then you'll have a much better idea of whether your exposure resulted in an infection.
Omaha, the Burbs Plus. We are talking to a representative from Dulles County Health Department, Phil Rooney, getting an update on what's happening here in the metro area, because we're all connected. We're all connected. I know Dulles County works adjacent with the other health departments around the area, and so we want to make sure that you guys have the the most updated, accurate information, so you can make the best decisions in this next week coming forward.
Yeah, and as
Um,
people here maybe that there may be a surrounding county that is further into phase 1B, would like people to bear in mind that Douglas County has a whole lot more people that we have to go through in some of those phases, and those phases, they aren't equitably, the population percentages is going to vary. Some counties are going to have more elderly people. Some counties are going to have more healthcare workers.
mhm.
Some counties are so. We're not all going to be able to progress at the same rate,
Okay. All
but
right.
we are certainly trying to get to everybody as fast as we can.
Okay. All right. All right. So I just want to kind of rehash what we discussed so far this morning. Um, Again, if you are undocumented, uh, anyone and everyone can get the vaccine. There will be no ID checking, and so if you are undocumented, you can get the vaccine. It is a health emergency, so that was out there that you couldn't, but now make sure you get it done, especially if you're working on the front line where most of our blue collar workers are. Um, and so we got some positive numbers. We just got to keep it in the right direction. Have we seen the mutated virus in this area yet?
We have not had any cases of that confirmed. It has been confirmed in Iowa.
Okay.
So they probably just. I would be surprised if it isn't here.
Hmm.
There is more testing involved in the sequencing of the positive cases to determine that, and they are doing that. And it's certainly is around. If it's in Iowa, it's probably going to be here sooner or later.
Right, right.
Probably sooner rather than later.
Right. Anything else that we need to be doing right now, Phil?
Not at the moment. Please keep wearing your masks, wash your hands, and be conscious of who you're around. Maintain your social distancing, and avoid crowds of people that you don't know.
All right, all right.
All right, and please, yes, we are closer and closer to getting through this.
All right, Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluster is 8:11. It is the 5th of February. Today is Black Friday. Be intentional on doing business with a Black business. Tomorrow there's an expo. So if you don't know any Black businesses, they will be at 42nd in Saratoga. There's a Valentine Business Expo right on the corner at the facility there, the event center. Miss Stacy Honeycutt is putting it on. There's going to be a lot of vendors there. We'll be there broadcasting. I'll be there. You come and sign my petition, running for mayor. And so it's going to be a great time for fellowship. So be intentional today on doing business with a minority business. We're going to take a quick break. This song next is called, oh yeah, 90s Again. Stephanie Boyd, our very own boss with us.
From the day that I met you, I didn't know what to do. I was afraid to fall in love again. There was something about your style that made it all worthwhile. How do I tell you? So I creeping on the down low. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I'll write a 4-page letter. Me and you, falls in love like it was the 90s again. You and me, falls in love like it was the 90s again. Hey, can't you see? We were made for each other. It's plain to see, it's destiny. We made to be. You are my homie, always there for me. But how do I tell you? So I creeping on the down low. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, yeah, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I'm write a 4-page letter. Me and you, falls in love like it was the 90s again. You and me, falls in love like it was the 90s again. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. Ooh. So I creeping on the down low. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, yeah, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I'm write a 4-page letter. Me and you, baby, falls in love like it was the 90s again. The 90s again. You and me, you and me, you and me, you and me, falls in love like it was the 90s again. Oh.
Oh yeah, that's Stephanie Boyd, y'all, our very own. man. We got so much talent here. We got so much talent here in Omaha. Here at 95.7 The Boss, we actually love our, we do it for real. We supporting a black business. If you are a entrepreneur, hit me up. Let me know. Leave me a comment. Go to my YouTube. Go to William King YouTube or 95.7 The Boss, William King. Leave me a message. The name of your business, we'll give you a shout out over the air. Or if you on my Facebook is kind of my computer was outside last night. I was working late, got cold, so you had to go to my page. Leave me, drop me a line. Let me know what's the name of your business. We'll give you a shout out over the air so people can support your business today. Again, today is Black Friday. I want you guys to be intentional on supporting a black business today, without a doubt. Let's develop some new relationship. Let's improve race relations. Oh yeah, without a doubt. The best way to do it is over commerce. Oh yeah, you're receiving a service or a product, and you, oh yeah, are giving a wonderful smile in return. Omaha, Nebraska, the birds of bluff. Let's be intentional today on being great neighbors to each other. Without a doubt, it is the 5th of February. It's going to be cold for the next week. If you need to get anything done, I advise you to get it done today because it's going to be cold. Well, you know, we dealt with it. So next week, make sure your young people are bundled up. Make sure they got the long johns. If those are struggling with coats or hats, please call 211. That is the emergency number for anything that's domestic. And so if you have a problem paying your bills, shelter, whatever it is, call 211. They can assist you without a doubt. Good morning, Ms. Jones. Again, if you guys got a business, drop it in my comment line. I'll give you a shout out because we want to encourage people to support black business today. Later tonight, we will be at the Get Down around 7 o'clock tonight. We'll be at the Get Down. If you want to come through, support a small business, and then also you can sign my petition to get on the ballot for mayor of Omaha. And if you are a boss listener, you know how I am. You know my passion. You know how we do it. We are a research station. Our goal is to not only improve self, our families, but ultimately our community. And we do it for real. We do it for real, without a doubt. I'm gonna play some more music real quick. We're gonna maybe I'm gonna find a speech. We're gonna find a speech. It is Black History Month. Let me find a speech, and we're gonna go to our hometown favorite. Oh yeah, our hometowner, Malcolm X. We're gonna find something from Malcolm X, and we're gonna listen to his words. And so check this one out. Let me find something. We got about 40 some more minutes. Let me find something. And this is Malcolm X. The interview at Berkeley. I don't think I played this one. Actually, I was gonna, let me go play a interview from Malcolm X from 1963. This interview is at Berkeley. So check this one out. It's about 40 minutes long. Again, it's Black History Month. And so enjoy.
Is this, and why do you think it persists in society?
Well,
Again, Malcolm X, 1963, University of Berkeley.
Today, in our discussion of minority groups, we have with us two guests. One is Minister Malcolm X. Shabazz, one of the top leaders of the Nation of Islam, or the so-called Black Muslims. And we also have Mr. Herman Blake, one of the teaching assistants in the course. We will discuss today some of the goals and some of the strategies of the Nation of Islam. And I wonder if Mr. Blake might start it off by asking Mr. Shabazz a question.
Minister Malcolm, the thing that I thought might be good for starting it off is to talk about one of the most pervasive beliefs in the general society about the Nation of Islam, and that is that it is an organization dedicated to the use of violent means to attain its goals. The question I have is, how true is this, and why do you think it persists in society?
Well, the Muslims who have accepted the religion of Islam and follow the guidance of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad have never bombed any churches, have never murdered any little girls, as was done in Birmingham, have never lynched anybody, have never at any time been guilty of initiating any aggressive acts of violence during the entire 33 years or more that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has been teaching us. The charge of violence against us actually stems from the guilt complex that exists in the conscious and subconscious minds of most white people in this country. They know that they've been violent in their brutality against Negroes, and they feel that someday the Negro is going to wake up and try and do unto them as they have done do unto the whites as the whites have done unto us. We aren't a violent group. We are taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to obey the law, to respect everyone who respects us. We're taught to display courtesy, to be polite, but we're also taught that at any time anyone in any way inflicts or seeks to inflict violence upon us, we are within our religious rights to retaliate in self-defense to the maximum degree of our ability. We never initiate any violence upon anyone, but if anyone attacks us, we reserve the right to defend ourselves. So to accuse us of being violent is like accusing a man who is being lynched, who is being hung on a tree, simply because he struggles vigorously against his lyncher. The victim is accused of violence, but the lyncher is never accused of violence. And I only point this out because the various racist groups that are set up in this country by whites and who have actually practiced violence against blacks for 400 years are never associated or identified or made synonymous with the term violence. But whites speak of Muslims almost synonymously with violence. Whenever Muslims are mentioned by them, violence is brought up, but it's not connected with the other group. This is a sort of a propaganda tactic, or what I would call psychological warfare, to in some way make the image of the Muslims in this country be a violent image rather than a religious image.
I'd like to ask a question in that regard. What's interesting is that members of the Nation of Islam have not used violence even when Black Americans were attacked. How do you account for this? Does this in any way contradict some of the basic premises of your movement?
I don't know how you mean.
Well, you maintain, for example, that you will not, or that you should not use violence unless you are attacked by the white man. And I think we can note in the last several years, certainly, dozens and dozens and dozens of instances in which Negroes have been attacked, killed in some instances.
You mean in these demonstrations?
The demonstrations and the bombings, for example, recently in Birmingham, where they killed 4 little Negro girls. And what interests me is the fact is that the Nation of Islam has not done anything to retaliate.
I think you should be happy.
The important thing is, does your lack of action contradict any of your basic principles?
I'll explain it. You should be happy that Muslims who follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, number one, don't believe in any form of integration, and and believe that every mention of the word integration by whites, whether it be from the mouth of Kennedy on down to the mouth of the lowest, raggediest white liberal in the street who is beatnik-like involving himself in these integration efforts, if we believed in it, we would integrate and we would fight anybody who got in our way or made any effort whatsoever to stop us from integrating. If we really believed that the law of the land, the Supreme Court, and other so-called judicial bodies were for real when they talked about integration, we would integrate. And knowing that the law was on our side, and any effort we made to demonstrate toward integration, why, we would know the law should be on our side if it's the law of the land. If it is the law of the land, then the demonstrators are within the law, and the discriminators are against the law. But to show you the hypocrisy of the law, when Negroes demonstrate for integration, instead of arresting the discriminators, the law arrests the demonstrators. So this is a foolish move on the part of Negroes. And when you foolishly get yourself involved with an enemy, then whatever comes upon you, that's your business. As Muslims, we believe that separation is the best way and the only sensible way, not integration. And but on the other hand, when we see our people being brutalized by white bigots, white racists, we think that they are foolish to allow themselves to be beaten and brutalized and do nothing whatsoever to protect themselves. They are foolish. They should have the right to defend themselves against any attack made against them by anyone. If a dog is biting a black man, the black man should kill the dog. If it's a police dog, a hound dog, or any kind of dog. If a dog is sick on a black man, when that black man is doing nothing but trying to take advantage of what the government says is supposed to be his, then that black man should kill that dog or any two-legged dog who sicks the dog on it.
Should other black men help that particular person who was attacked?
I think you'll find, sir, that there will come a time when black people wake up and become intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, as other humans are intellectually independent enough to think for themselves. Then the black man will think like a black man, and he will feel for other black people. And this new thinking and feeling will cause black people to stick together. And then at that point, you'll have a situation where when you attack one black man, you are attacking all black men. And this